Today, July 4th, Archangel Michael is standing still between the realms today, the heavenly sky behind him shimmering with soft golden threads of memory, and in his hand, he carries a divine scroll, sealed not with wax, but with the fragrance of someone you loved more than you were ever able to say. This soul, this spirit, this presence that once breathed beside you, whose laughter once mingled with yours and whose touch still echoes in the shadows of your memory, has whispered your name not once, not twice, but over and over again in the halls of heaven. They have requested to be heard. They are asking for this sacred moment to be opened like a door you forgot you closed. And Archangel Michael, the guardian of the gate, is here to deliver the message you were meant to read with your heart wide open. He says, 2 minutes remain, because the window is brief, but the love that comes through it is eternal. Someone you love very deeply, yes, the one who left before they could say everything they wanted to say, is trying to speak from heaven. Their soul has found a way, not through sound, not through signs you could miss, but through this moment right here, right now. You have wondered many nights, were they proud of me? Did they leave knowing I loved them? Did they find peace? And today, the answer is here. They did. They do. And they have been standing near you more than you know. When you were alone and thought no one saw your tears, they were the breeze through the curtains. When you laughed and suddenly felt an emotion rise, they were the warmth inside your chest. When you heard your name in silence, they whispered it. They want to tell you that forgiveness flows from their spirit like a river of light. Whatever guilt you carried, whatever apology you never got to speak, they heard it already. In heaven, nothing gets lost. Your prayers have been like little glowing lanterns reaching them, even if you said them silently while lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. And now they are holding a gift in their hands, one not of gold or material wealth, but something eternal. Peace. Closure. And most of all, the confirmation that they are watching, they are guiding, and they are proud. Michael says this is not a coincidence. You opened this at the right time because the person in heaven pleaded, "Let them know I see their pain. Let them know I see their courage. You are stronger than you know, and you've carried so much for others while hiding your own ache." They know. They saw you the day you sat alone trying to be okay. They were beside you when no one else was. And now, they want you to rise. They say this is the time of breakthrough. They say your next chapter is about to bloom, and they will be the light that goes before you. Do not doubt how much they love you. Don't believe that they left without finishing their purpose, because their purpose is now being completed through you. They left, yes, but not to abandon you. They left to prepare something beautiful. And that time is arriving. Archangel Michael says you're standing at the edge of a miracle, and that soul in heaven is helping usher it in. They've already spoken your name in heaven's council. They've already signed your victory with the ink of legacy. And all you have to do is open your heart to it. So don't skip this. Don't scroll past. This message was carried across eternity for you. You are being watched over. You are being loved in ways you cannot even see. And tonight, you will feel them. You will know. A dream, a breeze, a quiet knowing, it will come. And when it does, say their name, and smile. Because they are closer than ever. Archangel Michael has not moved from his place. His wings stretch behind him like white silk woven from heaven's breath, but his gaze remains fixed on you, as if time itself paused for this moment, just so your soul could finally hear what was once left unsaid. He holds a glowing scroll still in his hands, but now it begins to unfold, slowly, like a rose that only opens under the moonlight. And written upon it is the story only your heart would understand, the voice of someone whose body is no longer on earth, but whose spirit has never stopped walking beside you. They have returned, not to haunt, not to beg, but to fulfill a final promise. My beloved, they whisper, do you remember the day I told you everything was going to be okay? I meant it. Even now, I still do. I have seen the path before you. And though I am not there in form, my love walks in your footsteps. They want to remind you of how many times you thought of them in silence, how you smiled at old photos, touched their belongings with reverence, or suddenly remembered their laugh at the strangest times. Those weren't coincidences. They were echoes. They were reminders that love doesn't vanish, it transforms. And now, it has transformed into this message. They are proud of you. Not just for your strength, but for your heart. You kept going when it was heavy. You showed kindness even while carrying your own pain. You forgave people who never said sorry. You tried. And that alone, they say, is enough. Michael gently speaks, heaven doesn't reward perfection, child. It rewards the pure in spirit. And yours, oh, yours has been so brave. You may not have realized it, but your tears watered the soil of miracles. Your prayers, spoken and unspoken, built ladders for angels to climb down. And today, someone you love from heaven is reaching out to say thank you. There is something they need you to know now, before the day ends, before another hour passes without healing. They've seen the pain someone caused you recently. They've seen the betrayal, the loneliness, the closed doors. They've watched your spirit bend under the weight of confusion. And they are not angry for how long it took you to heal. They are patient, because love from beyond is not limited by time. They want you to rest tonight knowing this, they never left your side. And they've already spoken your name into the miracle that is approaching. Archangel Michael adds, you were never forgotten. Your name has been sung in the spirit realm with reverence. And the blessing that is coming to you now, it is not by chance. It is a result of heaven hearing the cry of someone you loved. They asked God to bless you, because you blessed their life. And there is one more truth they need you to carry after this moment ends: you are still connected. Your heartbeat still vibrates in harmony with theirs. When you speak their names softly, when you light a candle or whisper into the quiet, they hear. And now, they are asking you to trust that their soul is guiding your next chapter. You are being led to a breakthrough you didn't see coming. A new connection. A restored promise. An answered prayer. So close your eyes for 1 second now. Imagine them standing behind you. Imagine their hand gently resting on your shoulder. That warmth you feel, that is real. That is them. This is not the end. It never was. And heaven, through Archangel Michael, wanted to remind you, love never leaves. Love just changes its form, and becomes eternal. Archangel Michael's voice is not a command, not a shout, but a divine whisper that moves through the soul like a soft wind through sacred leaves, and today, that voice is clothed in love, soaked in the scent of memory, filled with the sacred longing of a soul who once held your hand, who once called your name, who now watches over you not from across the room, but from across the heavens. They didn't forget you, not for a moment. Not when you cried alone at night with the lights off, not when you doubted if they still heard your voice, not when the world tried to convince you that loss meant the end. No, they held on to your name like it was gold, they carried your laughter into eternity, and now they have come through the veil of time to say one thing: I am still with you. Michael leans closer, his radiant hand placed over your heart, and he speaks softly. This is not a random encounter, this is not just a message, this is a sacred appointment arranged before sunrise. A soul from heaven wanted to meet you here. There is a reason you have been feeling strange lately, moments where your emotions rise like waves without warning, moments where you feel their presence but doubt yourself, moments where the wind moves through your curtains and something in you pauses, listens, hopes. That's because they've been near, they've been trying to reach you, but heaven moves in stillness, not noise, in whispers, not shouts, and this message, this very message is heaven's way of holding your face in their hands and saying, it's time you heard everything. They saw what happened when they left. They saw how your world cracked a little, how your heart folded inwards to protect itself, how you became quiet in rooms where you used to laugh. They saw the birthdays you sat through with a forced smile. They saw the people who didn't check on you. They saw the nights you sat with your phone in your hand, hoping someone would remember your loss. And they wept, not because they're sad now, but because even in the place of joy, love feels what love once held. Michael continues, they have asked God for permission to deliver this message through me, not because they needed closure, but because they know you did. They are telling you that your life did not end with theirs. That your joy is still waiting. That the dreams you shelved in the corner of your heart are still alive. And that they are now standing behind you as your personal angel, to push those dreams forward, to shield you from unseen harm, to make sure no one ever breaks your spirit again. They have asked heaven to send you signs in the coming days, songs you haven't heard in years, scents that remind you of their skin, numbers that repeat when you look at the clock, dreams that feel more like visits than sleep. Pay attention. They are doing everything they can to remind you, you are not alone anymore and never were. They speak now through the divine silence. Tell them I didn't go far. Tell them I'm still proud. Tell them I heard every word they whispered to me when they thought no one could hear. The grief you carry is real, but heaven says so is the healing that is coming. A restoration of joy. A rekindling of purpose. A divine encounter with something beautiful that will awaken a part of you you thought died the day they left. This is not just comfort, this is alignment. This is the moment when heaven says, enough pain. Now comes the blessing. So breathe. Close your eyes. And know this is not goodbye, it's the beginning of a sacred reunion. A chapter written by angels. A future that your loved one in heaven helped design. You are protected. You are being guided. And the miracle that is coming next was requested in your name by someone whose love even death could not silence. Archangel Michael stands still now, but the air around him moves with the voices of heaven. They are whispering your name like it is sacred, like it has power, because to them, it does. It carries memory, love, forgiveness, pain, and prayers unanswered, but not forgotten. He wants you to know that heaven has not been silent. Heaven has been collecting every cry you hid under your pillow, every breath you released with grief, every time you looked at an old photograph and whispered, "Why did you leave?" They heard you. That soul you love, the one who left this world too soon, has been waiting for this moment, praying from heaven for just one chance to remind you that love, true love, survives everything, even death. They've seen you sit in the same chair they used to rest in, they've walked beside you when you visited their resting place, they've watched over you when no one else noticed how tired your soul became from pretending you were okay. And now, Michael is carrying their message, and it is burning with heaven's urgency. Not because time is running out in fear, but because the miracle has already begun to unfold. In your house, there are objects they once touched. In your memories, there are conversations still playing on repeat. In your silence, there are moments they tried to enter your thoughts. And tonight, heaven opens that veil wide because your heart has carried enough weight alone. They want to lift that from you now. They want to breathe joy back into your smile. They want to hand you a key, a divine key that unlocks not just understanding, but healing. Archangel Michael says this key has been sent not from earth, not from people, but directly from your loved one in the presence of God. They asked God to bless you with clarity, to show you that you did not fail them, to erase the guilt you've been hiding from everyone else, that you did your best. that you were the one they trusted most, that you are still the one they are fighting for even in eternity. There is something happening around you that you may not yet see. A shift in energy. A door that is about to open. A reconciliation you never expected. A financial restoration you've cried for. A conversation that will bring peace. These things are not random. Your loved one has been in heaven praying over them one by one. And now the time has come to reap what your pain has sown, to see light where there was once only loss. Michael gently reminds you, you have carried the ache of goodbye for long enough, now prepare to receive the blessing of hello again. For you see, the spirit of your loved one has never left your side. They simply stepped into a place where time does not separate, where love does not die, where distance is only a veil away. And now they've leaned over that veil with the help of angels, whispering into your soul that something beautiful is near. That your tears were never wasted. That your story is not over. That the next chapter will be divinely interrupted by miracles you didn't even know to ask for. So don't rush past this. Don't brush it off as coincidence. Archangel Michael doesn't visit hearts like this without divine purpose. Today, you were chosen to receive this because heaven knows you are ready, not perfect, not whole, not even healed yet, but ready to hear it, ready to feel it, ready to know that the person you miss has never stopped speaking your name in heaven's light. They didn't disappear. They transformed. And their love for you became protection. Their memory became your shield. Their prayers became your wings. This is not just a message. This is a reunion. A holy meeting between earth and eternity. And you, beloved soul, are standing in the center of it. Archangel Michael now opens a scroll written with your name, glowing softly like a flame untouched by wind. This scroll contains moments that were once hidden from your eyes, moments when your loved one from heaven reached through the veil in silence. He shows you scenes your spirit had felt, but your mind had ignored. That day you suddenly felt peace in the middle of grief. It was them. That moment when you found a feather, a coin, or smelled their favorite fragrance with no explanation. It was them. When your heart beat strangely during a quiet night, like someone was calling you without words. It was them. They have not stopped visiting, not stopped watching, not stopped loving you. The ache in your chest was the echo of their presence, longing not to frighten you, but to remind you that eternity is not absence, it is transformation. Michael wants you to sit for just a moment in this truth. Your love was not ordinary. It was eternal. That's why their spirit cannot stay silent. They have waited in heaven's grace, pleading for just this one divine appointment, where Archangel Michael could carry their voice to you. He speaks their words now, wrapped in divine light. I never left you. I walk with you every day. You were my peace, my home, my hope. And now I've asked God to return that hope to you. Watch your days change. Watch your spirit heal. Because I am still praying for you, even from heaven. You must know this isn't just comfort, it's confirmation. Confirmation that the dreams you've been having are real. That the signs you've been brushing off are not imagination. That the shift you've been feeling is not coincidence. The time has come. The spirit of your loved one is whispering their final message before they move forward in their own journey of light. Live. Don't carry me like a shadow. Carry me like sunlight. I want you to smile again, laugh again, love again. I want you to let me be your strength, not your sorrow. And Michael nods. He confirms the time is now. This is not a random day. This is a marked day. Today, July 4th, Heaven gave permission for this message to reach you, not a second before, not a second after. Your soul was prepared. Your heart was softened. Your ears were finally tuned to listen. And because of that, something will begin to shift in your life. In the next few days, someone will speak your loved one's name out of nowhere. You'll hear a song that takes you back to them. You'll see something you were never meant to find, a letter, a gift, a picture. These will not be accidents. They are heaven's confirmations that this was real. That their love did not end in the grave. It continues, stronger, brighter, unbreakable. Archangel Michael leaves you with one instruction: do not rush away from this message. Let it rest on your heart. Let it stir your soul. Write their name down and speak to them today. Light a candle. Place your hand over your heart. And say aloud, I hear you. I love you. And I am ready to heal. For in doing so, you will not just honor their memory, you will unlock the miracle they've been trying to deliver to you from beyond this life. Tonight, as you rest, you will feel something different. Peace will enter the room. You may even dream of them. They may walk into that dream just to hold your hand again. And when you wake, you will not feel the same weight you've carried for so long. That is not just comfort. That is transformation. Because love never dies. It just changes form. And now, it has chosen you again. The heavens do not rush. When something sacred is being whispered from eternity into time, the skies become silent and the angels bow their heads. That is what is happening right now. Archangel Michael stands still, holding space for a presence that is not of this world but still deeply tied to your heartbeat. The soul of the one you loved, the one who now walks among stars, is stepping closer than ever. Not as a shadow, not as a memory, but as a flame that refuses to be extinguished by death. Their light reaches you now. It wraps around your name. And their voice, once silent, now trembles through the wind you feel brushing past your skin. Michael speaks again, not with urgency but with reverence. They have waited long enough, he says, and you have carried pain long enough. Today is the day of turning. Today is the day your heart remembers what your spirit has always known. This isn't about letting go, it's about letting in. Letting in the warmth of their presence, the comfort of their truth, the power of what they carried that still lives inside you. Because the connection you shared was not ordinary. It was divine. And God, in His mercy, is allowing that divine chord to sing one last time before a miracle unfolds in your path. They want to tell you this: you were the reason I smiled. You were the reason I felt peace in my final days. You were my home even when the world felt cold. And I need you to know, I never meant to leave this soon. But I didn't leave without love. I didn't leave without a promise. The promise that somehow, some way, I would help you smile again. And now that moment has come. I've sent help. I've asked heaven to heal you, to restore you, to pour blessings into the cracks where pain has lived too long.